Hello, everybody. Thank you for jumping on Wealth Protector TV. You might be listening on Wealth Protector Radio. I'm here with Craig Strom, who is with the law firm Barth Calderon, Asset Protection, Estate Planning, Business Planning. And Craig, we're jumping into this about protecting your home from liability. It's not something that people naturally think of all the time. This is in the context of asset protection, but there's 40 million lawsuits filed in the United States every year. It's getting worse. It's a growth industry. And so tell us about asset protection in your home and what we all should be thinking about.
No, I appreciate that, Paul. What I'm going to share with you today actually came from a conversation with one of my clients that I had introduced to our legal team. We have phenomenal attorneys that all have this overriding approach of asset protection as a key item in all the planning we do. So when I introduced my client to talk about building structures in corporate such and such for their business, our attorney asked a question about their personal property that was so important, and it highlighted this fact that so many people miss protecting their valuable personal property. In this case was their home, and their home was paid for. They have a paid for home here in Southern California that they've been in for over 30 years. And they thought, well, I have State Farm insurance, or I've got my insurance and I'm fine. Well, as it turns out, as an asset, it is an extremely vulnerable asset when it comes to asset protection. And they were able to get a recommendation for protecting their personal residence in a way they had never heard about from any of their other attorney contacts in the past.
This is amazing because people think, oh, well, my home is safe. I live in it. I raise my kids here, but it is an asset that people attack. Unbelievable. And it's a juicy asset if you have equity in there. And so what sort of is the tool that you look at when you're protecting your home?
That's a great question. Well, a lot of folks think it's their living trust. They get a living trust and it's protected. Well, unfortunately, as we've talked about before on this channel, living trusts do not provide any asset protection.
Right.
So in this case, we were talking about a home that after 30 years in Southern California, just your basic little house is worth over $1 million.
Yep, easy.
And yeah, absolutely. And folks who might be listening to this in North Carolina or Arkansas, and you're thinking, well, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house worth $1 million. Welcome to Southern California.
Yeah.
In this case, a residential privacy shield trust was something that most people have never heard of. Many attorneys have never really done them, don't understand them. But a residential privacy shield trust is a structure that can absolutely add a layer of asset protection that very few things can. And it has to be done right. It has to be coordinated with the living trust and the entire estate plan. But that's the direction we're heading now. And these folks are feeling so much better knowing that that big asset is actually going to be protected.
Yeah, because I know, as you've told me offline, and what runs through the law firm a lot is when people have a liability, and a lot of times these liabilities are unforeseen liabilities. Nobody sees them coming, whether it's a tenant at a rental property that sues you, or some employee at a business, or a car accident, wherever it comes from. People start looking at your assets and they start saying, okay, what do you got? And you mentioned insurance, and one of the big kind of misunderstandings is that, oh, insurance is going to cover everything. It's my silver bullet, which isn't the case. And I've heard you talk about the fact that insurance may or may not cover it, depending on what's in the policy and where the liability came from. And even if you had insurance for $1 million, if someone's suing you for $2 or $3 million, where's that coming from? That's coming from you personally. So insurance is a great first line of defense, I hear you say, but then asset protection is that second layer. Fair statement?
Absolutely. I mean, really. And when you look at, again, the realization from these folks is something that we've seen in the law firm many, many times, where they're focused on the asset protection that we think we need in our business, our LLCs and S corps and so forth, and our rental properties. And it's often not thought of with personal property. And in this
Right.
case, as soon as they realized that they had a huge hole in their moat, in their protection as it related to their biggest asset outside of their business, they were really ready to jump on that. So the law firm is just we have an outstanding group of attorneys that understand that and just love that. So really happy to be helping these folks head down that path.
Craig, it's great input, great reminder for people to get buttoned up. Thank you for jumping on. I know we're going to have you back soon, so appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Okay.